Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling slightly swollen, a little heavier than usual? Maybe with puffy eyes or a strange fatigue that coffee doesn't seem to fix? And quietly wondered if something inside your body isn't working the way it should? Most people brush that feeling off as normal aging dehydration or just a bad night of sleep. But what if those small morning signs are actually your kidneys, sending an early warning that they're under stress? Here's the uncomfortable truth that many people in the United States never hear until it's too late. Kidney damage often develops silently for years. No sharp pain, no dramatic symptoms, just subtle changes, fatigue, water retention, higher blood pressure, or feeling off in the morning. And by the time most people realize something is wrong, nearly 80% of kidney function can already be compromised. What's even more surprising is that one of the biggest factors affecting your kidneys every single day happens within the first hour after you wake up. The very first drink you choose in the morning. Your kidneys work all night long while you sleep. Hour after hour, they filter your blood, remove metabolic waste, balance minerals, and regulate fluids throughout your entire body. By morning, they're essentially finishing an overnight cleaning cycle. But if the first thing you consume puts extra stress on them, too much sugar, too much caffeine, or the wrong kind of drink, you're forcing already tired kidneys to work even harder. Over time, that simple daily habit can quietly contribute to inflammation, fluid imbalance, and long-term kidney strain. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and after years of studying metabolic health and kidney function, I've learned something most people never realize: the right morning drink can do the exact opposite. Instead of adding stress, it can actually help your kidneys flush out toxins more efficiently, reduce inflammation, support healthy circulation, and restore the natural rhythm your body needs to start the day strong. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 powerful morning teas that can gently support kidney detox and help protect one of the most important organs in your body. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated health hacks. They're simple natural teas, some you may already have in your kitchen, that have been used for generations and are now supported by modern nutritional science. Each one works in a slightly different way. Some help reduce fluid buildup, some calm inflammation, and others protect delicate kidney cells from oxidative damage. But here's what makes this list especially important. One of the teas we'll talk about today is often ignored, even though research suggests it may be one of the most protective drinks for kidney health when used the right way in the morning. And another tea on this list can actually help support healthy blood pressure, one of the biggest factors in preventing long-term kidney damage. So if you want to support your kidneys, reduce bloating, improve your body's natural detox process, and start your mornings with a habit that quietly protects your health for years to come, stay with me. Because the first tea on this list works with your kidneys in a way that might surprise you. And once you understand why, you may never look at your morning routine the same way again. Let's begin with something that surprises many people the first time they hear it. One of the simplest ways to support your kidneys in the morning might already be sitting in the form of a humble herbal tea, Dandelion Root Tea. While most people think of dandelions as nothing more than weeds in the yard, the root of this plant has been used in traditional health practices for centuries because of one powerful property: it gently encourages the body to release excess fluid. For your kidneys, that's incredibly important. When urine flow increases, naturally the kidneys can flush out excess salt, metabolic waste, and toxins more efficiently, reducing the internal pressure that slowly strains these delicate filtration organs. A patient of mine once described waking up every morning with swollen fingers and a heavy feeling in her legs. She assumed it was simply part of getting older. But after adding a cup of dandelion root tea to her morning routine for a few weeks, she noticed something unexpected. The swelling began to fade, and her mornings felt lighter. Research supports this experience. Studies on herbal diuretics show that compounds in dandelion root may help increase urine production, while also providing antioxidants that protect kidney cells from oxidative stress, a key factor behind long-term kidney decline. This combination, improved fluid balance and cellular protection, makes dandelion root a quiet but powerful ally for kidney health. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because the next tea supports the kidneys in a completely different way, and most people have never even heard of it. But while dandelion root helps the kidneys by improving fluid flow, the next tea works on something even more dangerous and often ignored: inflammation. This is where Nettle Leaf Tea quietly stands out. At first glance, nettle doesn't look like a friendly plant. Touch it in the wild and it stings. But once brewed into tea, it becomes one of the most nutrient-dense herbal drinks you can give your kidneys. Nettle leaves contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds along with minerals like magnesium, iron, and vitamin C, all of which help support healthy blood and circulation. And that matters more than people realize because your kidneys filter nearly 50 gallons of blood every single day. I remember speaking with a man in his early 60s who constantly felt tired and slightly foggy in the morning. His blood tests weren't alarming yet, but his doctor warned him that chronic inflammation was quietly building in his body. Small habits were needed to calm that internal stress. After incorporating nettle leaf tea into his morning routine for a few months alongside better hydration, he reported feeling clearer and less sluggish. Science helps explain why. Studies on nettle show that its plant compounds can help reduce inflammatory markers while also supporting urinary tract health, which indirectly protects the kidneys from infection and long-term strain. So while dandelion root helps the kidneys flush, nettle helps protect them from the slow burn of inflammation. But knowing this alone isn't enough because another common herb hiding in many kitchens may help the kidneys clear waste even faster, and most people overlook it completely. And that overlooked herb is something you've probably seen 1,000 times on your dinner plate without realizing its hidden power: parsley. Most people think of parsley as nothing more than a garnish, a small green decoration pushed to the side of the plate. But when brewed into tea, parsley becomes a surprisingly effective support for kidney function. The reason is simple: parsley naturally encourages the body to produce more urine, which helps the kidneys move waste, excess sodium, and metabolic byproducts out of the bloodstream more efficiently. When that flow improves, the pressure inside the kidneys drops, and the filtration system works with less strain. I once spoke with a woman who always woke up feeling bloated, especially around her face and stomach. She assumed it was just something she ate the night before. But after adding a simple parsley tea to her morning routine for several weeks, she noticed a gradual change: less puffiness, lighter mornings, and a feeling that her body was finally releasing what it didn't need. Science gives us a clue why. Parsley is rich in antioxidants and natural plant compounds that help protect kidney cells from oxidative stress, while its mild diuretic effect supports fluid balance throughout the body. So parsley doesn't just decorate your plate, it can quietly help your kidneys clear out waste more efficiently. But knowing this alone isn't enough because the next tea works in a completely different way, and its impact on circulation can change how well your kidneys filter blood every single day. That brings us to a tea most people already know, but few realize how powerful it can be for kidney health when used the right way in the morning. Ginger tea doesn't just warm your body, it quietly improves one of the most important systems your kidneys depend on: the circulation. Your kidneys filter blood every second of the day, which means the quality of blood flow directly affects how efficiently they can remove waste. When circulation slows down, toxins linger longer in the bloodstream, and the kidneys have to work harder to keep up. I remember speaking with a middle-aged man who complained that he always felt sluggish in the morning, even though he thought he was drinking enough coffee to wake up. But coffee wasn't the real issue. His circulation was poor, and that meant his organs, including his kidneys, weren't getting the steady blood flow they needed. After switching his morning routine to include ginger tea a few days a week, he noticed something interesting: his energy improved, and that heavy, sluggish feeling started fading. Science helps explain why. Ginger contains compounds such as gingerols and shogaols, which research shows can help reduce inflammation while also supporting healthy blood circulation. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach the kidneys, allowing them to filter waste more efficiently. So ginger tea doesn't just soothe digestion, it helps create the conditions your kidneys need to function smoothly. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because the next tea on this list may influence something even more critical for kidney survival: your blood pressure. And that brings us to the fifth tea, one that stands out not just for its vibrant color, but for the powerful effect it can have on one of the biggest silent threats to kidney health: high blood pressure. Hibiscus tea has been gaining attention in recent years because of its ability to support healthy blood pressure levels naturally. That matters more than most people realize because hypertension is one of the leading causes of kidney damage worldwide. When blood pressure stays elevated for years, it gradually damages the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys, weakening their ability to filter waste effectively. I once spoke with a retired teacher who had been struggling with borderline high blood pressure for years. Medication helped, but he was also looking for small lifestyle habits that could support his health naturally. After he began drinking a cup of hibiscus tea in the mornings, he noticed not only that he enjoyed the refreshing tart flavor, but that his daily routine finally felt more balanced. While tea alone isn't a cure, research suggests that compounds in hibiscus called anthocyanins, the same antioxidants that give the tea its deep red color, may help relax blood vessels and support healthier circulation. Some studies have even observed modest reductions in blood pressure among people who regularly drink hibiscus tea. So hibiscus tea isn't just visually striking, it may quietly help protect the delicate blood vessels your kidneys rely on every day. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because the final tea on this list is one almost everyone recognizes, and when used correctly, it may be one of the most powerful protectors of kidney cells themselves. And that brings us to the final tea on this list, one that almost everyone has heard of, yet very few people truly understand how powerful it can be when it comes to protecting the kidneys over the long term. Green tea may look simple, even ordinary, but inside that light green cup is a group of compounds called catechins, some of the most studied antioxidants in modern nutritional science. These compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, one of the hidden processes that slowly damages cells throughout the body, including the delicate filtration structures inside your kidneys. A colleague once told me about a patient in his late 50s who had started paying closer attention to his morning routine after noticing his energy gradually declining. Nothing dramatic was wrong yet, but his lab markers hinted that inflammation and oxidative stress were slowly increasing. Instead of relying only on quick fixes, he made a small change. He began replacing his second morning coffee with a cup of green tea. Over time, he noticed something subtle but meaningful. His energy felt steadier, and he no longer experienced that sharp mid-morning crash. Research helps explain this. Studies show that catechins in green tea may help reduce inflammatory activity and support the health of blood vessels, which indirectly improves how efficiently the kidneys filter the blood. Green tea also offers a gentle caffeine boost, but far less than coffee, meaning it can provide alertness without the dehydration that excessive caffeine sometimes causes. That balance makes it a practical, sustainable morning habit for many people. And when you look back at everything we've covered, from dandelion root, supporting fluid balance, to nettle calming inflammation, parsley helping flush waste, ginger improving circulation, and hibiscus supporting healthy blood pressure, you begin to see a bigger picture forming. Each of these teas works in its own way, but together they reveal something important. Small daily habits can quietly shape the long-term health of your kidneys in ways most people never realize. Before we wrap up, I want you to remember something important. Your kidneys are incredibly resilient organs. Even if they've been under stress for years, small daily habits can still make a meaningful difference. You don't need complicated routines or expensive supplements to start supporting them. Sometimes it begins with something as simple as the first drink you choose in the morning. A warm cup of tea like dandelion root, nettle, parsley, ginger, hibiscus, or green tea can gently help your body release excess fluids, calm inflammation, improve circulation, and protect the delicate cells that keep your kidneys filtering your blood every single day. Pair that with good hydration, less processed salt, and more whole foods, and you're already giving your kidneys a powerful advantage. If you found this information helpful, do yourself a favor and save this video so you can come back to it whenever you want to refresh these habits. And if you care about learning simple science-supported ways to protect your kidneys and improve your overall health, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We regularly share practical medical insights that can help you understand your body better and take control of your long-term health. Most importantly, don't lose hope when it comes to your kidneys. The body has an incredible ability to adapt and recover when we start supporting it in the right ways. Small choices repeated every morning can add up to years of better health, more energy, and a stronger future for your kidneys. And sometimes the journey toward protecting your health really does begin with something as simple as a cup of tea.